Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're going to do something because I have kind of a problem at the moment. It is currently the 26th of February and the month is almost over and I only read one book this month. Yeah, not good. In January I read 10 books and this month I only read one book and it's not going good with my reading. I haven't picked up a book in such a long time. So I started the month with reading 3 books at the same time. So I was rereading Iron Flame, or I was listening to the audiobook. I started the second book in the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy. And then I also started reading Red Rising by Peters Brown. I'm currently at at page 48 and I haven't read it since the beginning of February. So yeah, it's not going well, as you can conclude for this. So we have to get out of a reading slump, and I'm going to take you guys along on my journey because I want to read, but I just don't have the mood or the want to read. So I think it's time for this video because yeah, I have a book channel, so I kind of have to read sometimes a book, you know. I have to. I mean, reading is still something I should be looking forward to and something that should be fun, but I miss reading, but I'm just not in the mood. So we're going to try to get me back into a mood to read because I miss it and I want to enjoy my books. So yeah. In this video, I'm going to take you guys along. We're going to do 3 steps that hopefully will get me back into a reading mood. I have 3 ideas how to get me out of the slump. So we're going to start, I think, with the first one, and that is reread a favorite book. First, I was going to do something else, but I think I'm more in the mood for this, and I should be following what my mood says I should be doing. Especially since I am in a reading slump, I have to listen to my heart, and what my heart wants is this. So, the first step is reread a favorite book of mine. I was thinking, what should I reread? I mean, there's definitely a Emily Henry book I want to read, but I want to read something I know for 200% sure I know I'm going to like it. So I thought I know the perfect book for this. I just know which book I should read, and I know I'm going to be loving and want to keep on reading, and I want to be happy when I'm reading it. And that is The Love Hypothesis by Ellie Hazelwood. I've read this book already 2 times, and both of the times I love this book. And you know what? I was like, we're just going to read another Ellie Hazelwood book again, and I just miss Adam and Olive, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to reread The Love Hypothesis, and hopefully, after this, I can read a new book. I think it's a great place to start with rereading one of your favorite books, because you already know you love the book, so you are going to be disappointed. You know, that's my thinking process. So that's what we're going to do. I'm very excited to dive back into this world because, like I said, Adam and Olive have my heart. So yeah. The first step is going to be reread my favorite, aka The Love Hypothesis. And I'm going to take you guys along with me. Hello everyone. I want to give you guys an update. If the quality is not that good, it's because I'm filming on my phone because I don't have my camera with me. But I did want to film a clip for you guys. And also, I'm sorry if the audio isn't that good. I don't have my microphone with me at the moment. So we're going to have to roll with what I have at the moment. So since I last saw you, I said I was going to start reading The Love Hypothesis by Ellie Hazelwood, since I'm in a reading slump, because that's like the whole point of this video. And I did start reading it the next day on the train. And I'm currently at chapter 10, that's page 167, so I made quite a good progress since yesterday. I read a little bit more today. I went outside because I had a lot of free time and I got a coffee and sat outside in Ghent and I was having fun in the sun. It was pretty fun and I read a little bit more. So my thoughts on the book.
I've read it 2 times already, so I obviously knew I was going to like it, and rereading it makes me realize how much I love this book. I mean, the banter between Adam and Olive and everything I know already that's going to happen is making me like, oh my god. Adam is just, he is a definition of the best boyfriend ever. I mean, no one can convince me otherwise that Adam Carlson isn't the book boyfriend that is the best of everyone. So yeah, love this man. And Olive, she's just so relatable in some ways. I mean, I really love her character, and also I love the STEM aspect in the love hypothesis. You have to like this kind of things, I think, because if you don't really like that, you're not going to love all of Ellie Hazelwood books. But yeah, so I'm going to read a little bit more now, and yeah, but I'm really liking and I'm really loving and wanting to pick it up, so that's a good sign. I already have another book with me if I finish this early, so yeah, that's very fun. Okay, now I'm going to read a little bit more, and I'll update you guys when I've read a little bit more, obviously.
Hi everyone, it's been a little while since I've updated you guys on the book I'm reading, and that was The Love Hypothesis by Ellie Hazelwood. So I think it's been 2 weeks since I last updated you guys. I'm very sorry. As you can see, I'm really in a reading slump, and also I don't know what videos. I don't know. I was like, I don't want to think. I don't know if I should pick up the camera. So yeah, but here we are. It is today the 14th of March, Friday, and I want to give you guys an update. So I did finish reading The Love Hypothesis by Ellie Hazelwood. This was my first book for this video, and it was my first reread, so step one of getting out of my reading slump. I really loved this book. I mean, I loved it before I read it, before this time, and the first time I read it, and this book is just my OG favorite book, and I'm able to read it again and again and again. I just love Adam and Olive. They're so cute, so wow. So yeah, obviously this book was again a 6-star read for me. It can't get any better, I mean, obviously. So yeah, there was an update. So book 1 of the video is completed. Then now we're going in step 2, or of trying to get off my reading slump. So I'm currently reading a book, but that's not part of my plan. So the plan is a little bit on hold because it's an arc I'm reading and I am enjoying it though, so I'm very glad I'm enjoying this arc. So yeah. But I have an idea on which next book I'm going to read. I had an other idea, but I think I'm not going to do that, and it's going to read a book that I've been wanting to read, and I finally have it. I finally bought the book, so that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to talk to you guys when I'm going to start the book. That will be after I finish the arc I'm reading at the moment. So yeah, I just wanted to say that to you guys, and you'll see me again when I start reading a new book. Hi everyone, it's a little bit later. I think I last saw you talk to you guys this week as well. Or no, I think I spoke to you last week. So today is the 19th of March and I have an update. So as you guys know, I was reading an arc in between this video and I had to finish that book up first before going into and continuing this video. But I did finish another book, so that's a win. But I'm now going to continue step 2 of trying to get out of a reading slump. So at first I was going to read a book I was anticipating, but I'm going to go with another direction. We're going to read a book I've been wanting to read but didn't have, so I bought the book and now I'm going to read it. And that is Twisted Games by Anna Wong. So I read Twisted Love quite a while ago already, and I really enjoyed it. And I had the 2 final books, but I didn't have Twisted Games yet because the 2 other books I bought from a friend. So yeah, I still didn't have this one, so I bought it online, and now I can finally read it. So that's what I'm going to do. Going to start it later today when I'm on my way to Ghent, because no, when I'm going to start it late. I'm going to start the book later today when I'm on the train on my way, because I'm going to see my boyfriend, because we're together for 2.5 years, so we're going to celebrate that. So yeah, it's really fun. But yeah, it's a 2-hour train ride, so I have quite a lot of time to read a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm very excited. So this book is about Rice and Bridget, and Rice is her bodyguard, and she is what is it? A princess? Yeah. So yeah, I'm very excited what this is going to be. It's a little bit thicker. I'm most anticipating Twisted Hate, but nevertheless, I'm very excited to read this. So this is the second book of the video, and I will try to insert a clip of me starting to read this. But I just want to come out here and say that I'm going to start reading this, so you don't just see me all of a sudden reading this book. So yeah, well, I'll come back to you guys when I have an update for you, and yeah, that's it. Bye. friends. It's the next day since I last saw you guys. So today is the 20th of March, Thursday, and I have an update for you. So, as I told you, I was going to start reading Twisted Games by Anna Wong, the second book in the Twisted series, and I started it yesterday on the train ride to my boyfriend, and I also read a lot more on my train ride home today. So, I got a lot of reading done. I'm currently at page 366. So I read a lot in those train rides. I mean, it is both 2 hours, so I read like 4 hours. So I read quite a lot, but to talk about a book, I noticed really liking Anna Wong writing. It's just very fast paced. I had the exact same thing with Twisted Love. I've read that book also very fast. So I think these are like very good books if you want to get out of slump and if you like romance. I'm still not quite sure how I feel about the spy scenes, as I felt the same way in the Twisted Love but spy scenes. I felt a little bit awkward reading them, and I noticed myself a little bit more skimming over those scenes. That's fine, but especially when I was on the train, I always felt a little bit awkward reading those intense spy scenes in public. I was like, oh, I hope that no one is looking at the pages I'm reading right now because that would be really awkward. But yeah, I like Bridget. She's like a very funny character, very real, and she has her own struggles, and I've kind of recognized myself in her in some ways. Not completely because I'm like not a princess like she is. But yeah, really like it, and I can't wait to read more. Maybe if I have time later tonight, I try to finish, but I'm not sure because I have quite a lot of things to do to get done this tonight. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I'll definitely finish this probably tomorrow or in the next few days. But yeah, wanted to come out here and say that to you. And yeah, you'll see me once I finish this book, and we're going to step 3 or phase 3 of getting out of a reading slump. I'm back. So it's been a little while. The last time I think I updated you guys, it was Thursday, I think. Yes, Thursday. Today is Tuesday, the 25th of March, and I have an update. So, you maybe saw in a clip, I don't know, that I did finish Twisted Games by Anna Wong. This is the second book in the Twisted series, and this book follows Bridget and Rice. Bridget, she is a princess, the princess of a small country in Europe, and Rice is her new bodyguard. And you follow their story. It's a little bit thicker than Twisted Love. I really enjoyed reading this book. I really love Anna Wong writing. It's so fast paced, and just like Twisted Love, I ate this book up and read it very, very fast. So I think these are really good books if you're in a slump. So yeah, really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to go with the rating until the end of the video. So yeah, finished my second book. This was phase 2 of trying to get out of a reading slump, and it was reading a book that I wanted to read for a long time, but still hadn't started reading. And now we're on to phase 3 of trying to get out of a reading slump. And this phase was, I've had other ideas on which books I should read for this phase because I had like other ideas, but then I was like, you know what? We're just going to mood read. I'm going to read a book I want to read and I'm now in the mood of, because I am in a reading slump, so I don't want to force myself to read books. So yeah, and after reading Twisted Games, I was like, I need the second book because I just know I was anticipating the couple in the third book, and that is Twisted Hate. So I started it on Friday, but not didn't read a lot. So I mainly started actually on Saturday. I read a little bit more yesterday, and I'm currently at page 66. So yeah, I've read a little bit more. I'm really enjoying it right now. This is a couple I've been wanting to read about. It's about Josh and Jules. Josh is a brother of Ava from the first book, and Jules is one of the best friends of Ava, just like all the others, like Bridget is. And yeah, really excited. We also got a glimpse of Stella. She's also one of the girls at the friend group, and we saw Christian, who is like someone Rice knows, and the last book is about the two of them. So yeah, I have still have a lot to read. At first, I was like, maybe it's going to be boring reading two books by the same author, but if I wasn't going to read this, I was going to read. Give me a sec. I was going to read Deep End by Ellie Hazelwood, and my first book was also by Ellie Hazelwood. So it was either going to be this one or another one. So you know what? It's fine. And it's still my video, my book channel, and yeah, we want to get out of slump. We don't want to continue being in slump. And I think it's going well so far. So yeah, that's the update. I hopefully will finish this week as well, so I can also post this video finally this week. Maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. I don't know when, but we're going to try to get it on Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, that was the update for now, and I'll see you guys when I read a little bit more in the book or when I have an update for you guys. So yeah, see you then. Hello everyone! It is today Saturday the 29th of March, and I can finally say the video is officially done. So I read in this video 3 books, as you guys know. The last book I was reading that was Twisted Hate by Anna Wong, the third book in the Twisted series. I'm now just going to go over all the 3 books I've read. I'm going to give you my final ratings on them. Well, I'm sorry, I hope you didn't hear yet. I'm going to give my final ratings on all of the 3 books, and I'm going to talk a little bit more if I may be out of my reading slump or not. So I just say, let's get started. So, the first step to try to get me out of my reading slump was read a favorite book of mine, a book I just know I'm going to love and will be 5 stars. So I read The Love Hypothesis for this book by Ellie Hazelwood. I've read it 2 times before. I read it now the 3rd time. I just love Adam and Olive and their story and the fake dating and Ellie Hazelwood writing and the stamp in this. I just knew I was going to love it, and obviously it's a 6-star read from me. I will forever love this book, and I will continue to reading it again all over, I think. So the next book, so I had another plan in mind first, but then I just thought, you know what, I'm going to read a book I've been wanting to read, but just not gotten to read it because I didn't have it. But then I recently got it, so I was like, you know, this is the time. And that is Twisted Games by Anna Wong. So this is the second book in the Twisted series. I read Twisted Love in a video, I think a 12-hour reading ton of a reading vlog, I don't know. and I really loved Twist Love, the fast-paced book. It was really fast-paced, the writing is really easy to understand. I just really loved the atmosphere of it, and I just couldn't wait to dive into the second book, but I didn't have it. But I finally got it, so I read it. I really loved Rise and Bridget. Bridget is so, I kind of see, I see why she's loved, and I really love like the friendship all of the girls have, and I really love the banter between Rise and Bridget. So yeah, really fun book. I decided to give this because I'm going to take a look at what I gave Twisted Love, because I don't remember. I think I gave Twisted Love I gave 3.75 stars, and I would say I would give this book 4 stars because I really did enjoy it and it's so fast paced. Then my original plan was to read like an anticipated release or a thriller book, but then after reading Twisted Love, I was like, now I need the third book because I just been wanting to read this book, because this is the book about Jules and Josh. Josh is the brother of Ava in the first book, and Jules is also one of the friends. So I read Twisted Hate. I was really excited to read their book because in the first book they make like their appearance, and the second book you also hear a little bit about them and not much. So I was like, I need to read this. I'm so excited, and it was very done. It was very, very well. I really loved it. I ate this book up. I just couldn't stop giggling and reading. The spice scene in this were also a little bit better than in the first two books, I think. In my opinion, personally, still it's not my favorite spice scenes, but it still felt a bit awkward. But they were better than the first two books. Also, really loved Josh and Jules, and loved the side plot in this book as well. And the only thing I was not anticipating to Josh be like the way he is in this book, especially if you see him in the first book. He's like really protective, and it's not what you think of him when you read this book. But it's really fun. And I think this is so far my favorite book out of the three I've read. So I give this 4.5 stars because I just really liked it and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, and I can't wait to read the final and the last book, Twisted Lies, and that's about Stella and Christian, I think. So yeah, very excited. So yeah, these are the three books I've read in this reading vlog, trying to get out of a reading slump. And now, final question. Am I out of my reading slump? I think I can say I am, because I really ate all of these books up, especially the Twisted series. But after finishing this book, I was on a train and I had another book with me, and I immediately started the next book and I binged that book a lot. I mean, I read like 160 pages yesterday in one book. It's When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I've been really wanting to read it, so I think I'm just going to mood read for a while to make sure I'm really out of the slump. So there aren't going to be like really TBR videos in the next few months. But yeah, I think I can finally say it's safe to say I'm out of the slump, and I'm really glad because I really missed to read and having fun to read and wanting to read, because that was what I was missing a lot, one the need and a want to read. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you maybe like leave a like, subscribe, and if you made it this far to the video, leave down a flower emoji in the comments, and also tell me if you've ever were in a reading slump or not, and what helped you get out of the reading slump. And then I'll see you next time. Bye!